Today, we're going to be taking a look at Legacy United, Transformers Legacy United, Slipstream, who is a repaint of Windblade, which I believe actually has happened in the past as well, weirdly enough. The second time a Windblade has been repainted into Slipstream, kind of making them intertwined. This figure is new. It just came out, but on Amazon, when it first went up for pre-order, for some reason, they put it on sale instantaneously for $20. I got it for $20. It's a brand new toy. It's brand new. It just came out, like, officially on Amazon and places like that. People obviously have had it before if you order from certain websites, like Big Bad Toy Store and stuff like that. You probably already had it for a while, but it just came out on, like, Walmart and Amazon. And here she is, and look at her. She is actually really good. I like the Windblade mold. I think it's a pretty good mold. But this makes it look so good. The red and black of Windblade is nice, but the colors on Slipstream are gorgeous. I don't know what they were cooking, but they were cooking. The arms are pretty good. I mean, they're pretty standard for the most part. They got the fin on the side. I mean, easy stuff, nothing really there. The legs, though, that's where it really stands out, is that nice metallic kind of teal. It looks great. It's so well painted. The chest piece, also well painted with that nice little bit of cyan in the middle. And the silver looks great. The head sculpt also looking quite nice. Very blocky, as a Seeker should, because, yes, she is a Seeker. That's something we can't forget about. But there is one issue to note, which is she can't put her null rays on her arms, unfortunately. You have to kind of undermount them or put them in her hands. I undermount them to keep it alive. And they are null rays. Like, they're just, I think, straight up. I don't know if they're pulled from anywhere. I think they're brand new, I'm going to guess, because I don't think they'd use a Voyager part for a deluxe, especially the null rays being kind of big from the Earthrise Seeker mold, which is definitely what they would have pulled them from. And, I mean, it does have one issue of the other, which is the backpack. Windblade has this big old backpack. It's a very confined backpack, though. It's not like it's running down the whole figure. It's just on that one section. Very large. She also has some paint chipping on the right wing, or some paint splotch, I should say, because the wings are molded purple. She just has some teal on there. Weird. And, I mean, she's one of the figures that actually covers her gaps as well, which is nice. She doesn't have any gaps anywhere, I don't think, unless there's some on the bottom of the arms that I can't see. Nope, she just actually has no gaps because she filled in her legs. Very good, Slipstream and Windblade. Very good. But in my opinion, yeah, Slipstream here just knocks it out of the park comparatively to Windblade. And her articulation is also suitably great. Ball joint in the head, a little more limited than Windblade, just again because of the blocky head. Forward, back is very hindered. A rotation, an elbow. Wrist swivel, waist swivel, forward, back, a knee joint, and then she also has a tilt. One thing I noticed with the knees, though, unfortunately, is when you do go to bend them, they typically pop apart, and you have to kind of fix it yourself. It's just her, though. She has really tight hips, for some reason, comparatively. And her wings also hinge, I should mention. But that's basically it, honestly. The robot is basically Windblade, but just in 10 times better colors. God, the colors look so good on this. Like, they actually look impeccable. They're just phenomenal looking. She looks great, in my opinion. But that is the robot mode, so let's get into that transformation to the jet. So to transform Slipstream, first thing we're going to do is unpeg her null rays, which I never really showed. The peg's kind of in a weird spot. It's kind of right at the end. It's a little weird, but the transformation is the exact same as Windblade. So you're going to start by pegging the legs together, flip the fin out from between the feet, and then flip the feet down, then flip the fin all the way up. Fold out the tail fins that are on the legs and rotate her around like so. From there, you're going to come to the legs, and you're going to undo these two panels and collapse the legs up like so. The panels, which are on a different hinge, which is why they have that little issue I mentioned, they fold up like that. Ta-da! Her hands then slide onto some pegs that are on her legs. And that's all you do with her hands, which really does suck. They didn't attempt to hide that. That's like Windblade tradition at this point, though. Fold those like that. Come up here to the backpack, split it open. Try to get the landing gear out. I know on Windblade it was really hard to get out for me. Didn't seem as bad there, though. And then fold it together. Make sure it's in place. Make sure everything's lined up. And then take her little intakes, fold them down. And there we have Slipstream in her alternate form. And her alternate form looks great. Again, it's the colors that are really saving her. You can't go wrong with purple and teal. You just can't. And it looks great. I just love the look of it. The jet mode was already pretty good from Windblade. Even when you turn it over, it is just a blatant robot laying down, which is the same thing that Beachcomber had. But that's usually a jet former thing that happens a lot. At least she tried a little, I guess, except for the arms. Really wish they could have did something with the arms, maybe. Like, try to disguise them, but I guess they didn't want to make them bulky because you know how they are with their female robots. You can peg the guns in underneath of the wings next to the little intakes. It's kind of hard, though. It's like really tight to get those in there for some reason. And doing that, yeah, they kind of look a little out of place. Like, I feel like if they had been able to peg onto the arms, it would have been better. I think they should have just remolded the arms, honestly. Am I wrong for saying that? I think at that rate, they should have just redone the arms. I know this is just an easy repaint figure that they were going for, but I kind of wish they had remolded the arms, because I don't think they did to the chest either. I think the chest is the same as Windblade's, just based on what I'm seeing of it. It looks like the same details. But, I mean, as far as it goes, yeah, this looks great. Honestly, a lot of paint everywhere on her, and I think it looks great. Also, the flight stand is accessible, which is beautiful. And the landing gear does work. Ta-da. But that is it for her all forms. Let's just get to my final thoughts on her. As far as Slipstream goes, Slipstream here is just as good as Windblade, but actually isn't. She's better, in my opinion. Windblade, I like that figure. I do like Cyberverse Windblade. Despite her kind of shelf-warming my area for a while, she disappeared recently, so that's okay. It's nice to have a Slipstream, I guess, available, because I like when they do, like, the weird Seekers. Because at this point, we actually have all the Seekers readily available, except for Thundercracker and Skywarp. The G1 versions, that is. Skywarp got, like, 50 figures in the last 2 years. I don't know why. Like, he had 2 studio releases. He got the gamer version, and he has the Bumblebee movie version. Both are on shelves at my Walmart. It's wild. Why? But it's like the Seekers are having a boom, and then they're re-released Dirge, and now Ramjet's coming up again. It's like they're just going crazy out here with the Seekers. I'm not mad about it, though. They're just weird. As far as it goes with her, though, she does retain the same flaws as Windblade, though, which is the backpack being a little big, but it's tolerable. It's not the worst female figure backpack there's ever been. There's 10 times worse. They could have done worse. And it's not like it actually, like, overpowers her. She can stand and everything like that on her own. Like, it doesn't do anything. The thing is with this figure, if you don't own Windblade, I'd recommend her wholeheartedly if you're a Seeker collector. Otherwise, she is a very skippable figure. I mostly just bought her because she was cheap. I'm not joking. I didn't want her otherwise. She was 20 bucks. I picked her up because she was 20 bucks. I'm not disappointed. She is really good. She's just awesome. The colors alone are worth it. If you own the Windblade mold, you know what you're getting into. She is great. Oh, I recommend her, but kind of weirdly. She's not like a, oh, you must have a figure, you know? She's just one of those. She is great. I'm going to give her a good 4 out of 5. I think she's good. I do. I think she's great. She doesn't have any flaws other than that backpack. So transformation's fun. Alt mode looks great. It's just, I wish they maybe have remolded the arms. That's about it. That's my only big gripe. Even the backpack's not even a massive gripe. But that's really it for this review. This has been my review of Legacy United Slipstream. It's been Delete signing out.